D2 Word Life here with the Judgment Day's biggest fan, Riptidz.
No. This is how we... Welcome to one and all to www.bumassjudgmentdayfan.com/D2centimeter.
No, Riptide. We know you're the biggest Judgment Day fanboy here. You talk about him all the time.
Oh, no.
I mean, you even said it yourself. You want to be best friends with Wish.com Eddie Guerrero here.
No. They're all bum asses.
So you'd fit right in with that group. Anyhow.
Oh, I know you do. And that's the only thing you have a problem with, but okay.
Oh, fuck off. But anyhow, today we are reviewing the Clash of the Castle Scotland event that just happened. So yeah, let's get it on with this review here. The opening, actually no, it took place in Glasgow, Scotland. There was an attendance of 11,391 fans.
The hometown of Drew McIntyre, Alba Fire, and Isla Dawn.
And Piper Niven.
Well, Piper Niven was born just a few miles away from Glasgow. Well, I'm saying the people that were actually born was Drew McIntyre, Isla Dawn, and Alba Fire.
Yeah. But anyway, let's get on with this event. Talk about our thoughts, some moves that stood out, and moments that stood out. And of course, the results and our thoughts. The opening contest was Cody Rhodes defending the WWE Championship against AJ Styles. And yes, I know they still call it the Undisputed WWE Championship, but there's 2 world titles here, so it's not undisputed.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I just call it the WWE Championship, just for the record. Anyway, this was an I Quit match. So, what are some spots that stood out to you in this brawl?
Of course, it was the opener of the rest of the show.
None of the matches could follow it, in my opinion. There was kendo sticks.
It was Cody Rhodes having a vendetta against AJ, and AJ having a vendetta against Cody.
I mean, there was freaking belt whips, freaking kendo stick shots, chair shots,
and fucking
handcuffs. And shockingly, something we don't see very often, both men were busted open by the end of the match.
Well, they didn't give them a chance. They didn't give the fucking refs a chance to try to stop the bleeding. They just kept going.
So yeah, what are some spots in this match that stood out to you? From what you remember.
Well, it was kind of hilarious that fucking after AJ yelled "I quit," even though now he's not undefeated in "I quit" matches. But Cody he lowered down the steps. He's like, "Fuck it," and then just chucked it at his head.
Yep.
And and then they both fucking handcuffed each other.
Yep. Oh yeah, and let's not forget Styles at some point in the match was going outside the ring and shit talking Cody Rhodes' mom out there.
Yes. But of course, she just said, all you can do is fucking talk, you douchebag.
Which at one point Styles got bitch slapped 3 times.
Yes.
Obviously. It's like
funny as hell.
Oh yeah, and this show was also sponsored by your favorite drink, Prime.
Prime is shit. And that is your favorite drink, because that's your favorite wrestler.
No.
Yes.
But yeah, this was a brawl. I mean, hell, AJ Styles was dominating Cody Rhodes, including handcuffing him and whipping him.
Yes.
Of course, somehow Cody Rhodes.
We've seen that before, though.
I don't know. Maybe we should review an event to remind us where we've seen that before.
Yes. Maybe for one of your next picks.
Maybe. But we'll see what happens. But anyway, Cody Rhodes managed to get the handcuffs in front of him, stopping AJ Styles' momentum by throwing a chair in Styles' face when he was going for that phenomenal forearm, and AJ Styles had the chain wrapped around his arm.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes just threw a chair right in AJ Styles' face, making him fall backwards onto the table. Oh yeah, and let's not forget before that they did battle in the back a little bit and into the gorilla position.
Yeah.
There's also
he tried to choke him out with the damn wires from the back.
Yep. But Cody Rhodes made a comeback at the end, hit like I think 3 crossroads, and then he ended up taking the handcuffs and handcuffing freaking Styles to the second rope.
Yes.
Proceeded to get the steel stairs, and that's when Styles was like, "Nope, I quit."
Yes.
Thus, Cody Rhodes retains the WWE Championship here, but Styles ended up hitting him with the stairs anyway.
He literally threw the stairs at Styles anyways. That was fucking hilarious.
He was like, "Oh, you think quitting would stop me? No. Screw it, you're getting it anyway." Right?
Doesn't that remind you of a match, Dustin, that we have played?
That reminds me of an ending to another famous
WWE game.
Yeah, fuck off. But that also reminds me of another ending to another famous I Quit match. We might have to check that out also in the future.
Yes.
But that's for the future. That ain't for now. That was classic Casual time, But you know, it is what it is. It was a great little brawl. Both men were busted up and busted open.
The hype package was amazing for where they did all of the I Quit matches.
Yep. But you know, both men told the story. It felt like a brawl that you would see in the Attitude Era, or at least the Ruthless Aggression Era.
Yeah.
Both were beaten, both were battered, and both were bloody, which is something you don't see in the modern era.
Yeah.
So yeah, they had balls. They went all out with this one.
They went balls to the wall.
And Cody Rhodes is still your WWE champion.
Yep.
Anyway, let's see. The next match on the card was for the Women's Tag Team Championship in a Tag Team Triple Threat match. It was Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill defending the titles against the teams of Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark and Alba Fire and Alzadon. Your thoughts about this one? I actually liked how they paid attention to detail and logic. As I know, this is a triple threat tag team match, so we better have one person from each team legal in the match.
Well, also that Jade Cargill and Bianca were kind of imitating another famous tag team.
Yes, I know. Freaking Jade Cargill had face paint on, while Bianca Belair had spikes in her jade.
They both had face paint and they both had spikes. Who else do we know that has those two iconic things?
I wouldn't know, but I'm not for sure, but some tells me they were paying tribute to the late Road Warriors here.
Their theme song is "What a Rush!"
Yes, they were paying tribute to the late Road Warriors. I get it.
The Legion of Doom.
Road Warriors, Legion of Doom, they're the same people.
Yes. The LOD.
But yeah, your thoughts on this back and forth match, which honestly I felt could have gone either way for a triple threat. It didn't feel like it was one-on-one for too long, like standard triple threat matches can be.
It was good. It wasn't really one-on-one. It was like 2-on-1, and then another 2-on-1, and then another 2-on-1, and then another 2-on-1.
Yeah, specifically freaking Fire and Dawn and Baszler and Stark trying to all double team on the champions.
Yeah.
And it was a great little back and forth match. I liked the logic where, 3 women have to be legal at once. Because in these multi-team matches, like, an entire team has to stand on the apron and tighten themselves in. I think that rule was stupid. You know,
well, it was also that they didn't have to tag in their own tag team. They could tag in anyone else, but now they had to tag in their own tag partner.
Yep.
Which actually makes it more proficient than what it was. Because before, I'm like, okay, so you're letting them tag in whoever the fuck they want. So what if they both tag the other tag team at the same time, like they've done multiple times in the past?
Actually, they've done that before, and that's called the old outlaw rule.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. In the past.
Yeah, that's called the outlaw rule because, I believe it was a 4-way tag match. Both outlaws were tagged in at once, and one just pinned the other, and both of them retained their championships at that point.
Yes.
That's why they call the outlaw rule, saying, nope, partners cannot pin each other.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is now it's more proficient than what it was back then.
Yep. But in the end, Jade and Cargill hit their finisher, I believe on Zoe Stark there, their double team finisher, and then freaking
Alpha Fire and Isla Dawn took advantage, and
Fire Dawn took the advantage, got Jade Cargill out of there, while one of them, I believe, Fire stole the pin on Stark to win the women's tag belts.
No, Isla Dawn.
Was it Isla Dawn who did the pin?
Fire held Jade Cargill's foot at the
rope
other side of the ring.
Of the ring apron.
Yes.
And Alpha Fire and Isla Dawn are the new women's tag team champions, ending Belair and Cargill's reign at like 2 months.
Yep, but they'll probably get the titles back.
In my opinion, they'll either get a rematch and get the titles back, or both of them will probably just separate off and go after singles gold.
Most likely.
Both of them are capable of doing. We've seen what Jade Cargill can do in AEW, and we know what Bianca Belair can do in the singles title division. Well,
Jade Cargill is still undefeated.
Technically, because he didn't take the pin.
Yes.
But even though she lost, even though her team lost, she didn't take the pinfall. So I guess that's that technicality.
Yes.
Like it always is in wrestling when it comes to undefeated streaks. Up next, we had one that kind of had an interesting story going in it, and that was Chad Gable challenging Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental Championship.
Of course, we had one person missing from the Alpha Academy. Tozawa.
Of course, Chad Gable was accompanied to the ring by Otis and Maxine Dupree here.
Yeah.
And honestly, until the shenanigans in the end, I actually did like this whole back and forth battle between the two.
Yeah, but we already knew that Chad Gable was going to pull shenanigans like that.
I mean, it's like Sami Zayn freaking tried his best to keep Gable down. Gable kept getting back up. Gable doing some technical wrestling and everything else, including putting Zayn in the ankle lock, which did not work.
Yeah.
And even freaking Zayn going for the haluva kick and missed a couple times.
Well, they also put each other in the crippled crossface.
Yeah, they also put each other in the crossface submission hold.
And we all know whose submission that is.
Yeah, knowing we've been watching classic pay-per-views, we know whose submission hold that was.
Yes.
We don't need to discuss that here, but it did look familiar to me when I seen that move.
Chris Benoit.
God damn it, I wasn't going to mention it. Well, then again, you already mentioned Wish.com version. But anyway, in the end, the shenanigans really started when Maxine Dupree got up on the ring apron.
Well, it wouldn't have if fucking Gable didn't fucking tell Maxine to pick up the title and freaking get up on the apron or try to hit him, and then he's like, get up here. Oh, I've told you.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, that's right.
Times.
Oh yeah, that's right. Chad Gable handed Maxine the Intercontinental Championship on the outside, wanting her to hit Zayn with it, and she was hesitant. She's like, I'm not doing that.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, Chad Gable get in her face, like, get out of the ring, and just got right in her face, started yelling, and then all of a sudden, Sami Zayn comes in with a haluva kick attempt. Gable moves out of the way, but Zayn was able to stop himself before connecting with Tafri.
That's where he kind of injured himself a little bit, is when he stopped the haluva kick.
Hey, but at least I give Sami Zayn credit. At least he didn't go for the least most devastating move in sports entertainment that blew Thunderbomb tonight, because would it work? No, it probably wouldn't have.
Yes, he did. He tried to do it, but his arm wouldn't work.
Yeah, well, even if he hit the move, it would have been a 2 count anyway, because it never works. Sorry, I just have to say it.
Except for one time it worked.
Except for that one time in the pre-show in Saudi Arabia. Anyway. Anyway, the fight spilled to the outside. Otis was freaking conflicted on the outside after Gable got in Maxine Dupree's face again, and then prompted Otis to get out and get in Gable's face. Tell him, focus, you son of a bitch. Give him that stare saying, focus, you son of a bitch. Don't worry about her.
He was going to hit Maxine, and
Otis looked like he was about to.
Otis said, fuck that.
And Otis looked like he was going to strike Gable for a second, but that didn't happen. Only for Zayn to get attacked. And then at one point on the outside, Gable had the ankle lock on Sami Zayn. Which Sami reversed it, and then all of a sudden, Gable went flying into Maxine Dupree's injured ankle.
Well, first it was that when Gable was outside, he was arguing with Otis.
Yep.
Zayn tried to attack him from the ring, so he freaking tried to do his flip. Hit Otis. He freaking dodged. Hit Otis.
Yep.
He went, did the ankle lock, and then he freaking hit. And then that's when he collided with Maxine Dupree.
Yep. And well, that enraged freaking Otis to the point where he downright ignored everything that Chad Gable was telling him. Instead, he just picked up Maxine Dupree after she yelled Otis to stop him from going to attack Zayn.
Yes.
And he just walked off with Maxine Dupree, and Chad Gable just stood in the ring like, what the hell? Losing focus. And then all of a sudden he turns around and runs right into the haluva kick. 1, 2, 3, and Zayn retains.
Well, I think this is going to be Gable's going to still try to attack Sami Zayn to get another chance at the title, but he's also going to, I think, dissolve the Alpha Academy and attack Otis.
You may have your opinion about this, but I think this was Chad Gable's last chance. I think come Raw, which we're going to have to watch the review shows on, I think Otis is going to turn on Gable and turn face in the process.
Well, either that or, like I said, he's going to probably fucking dissolve the Alpha Academy and still try to attack Zayn to get another chance at the title. Or Otis is going to fucking pummel him, which I hope he does.
Which, let's face it, Chad Gable lost so many Intercontinental Championship matches now. It's time for a new challenger. And then Gable can go and feud with Otis.
The way that he looked in the ring is saying that it was saying this ain't over.
Yeah, but I eventually think the fallout's going to be the same with Sami Zayn retaining, and then Gable and Otis will have a feud against each other.
Most likely. Like I said, that goes into my theory of where he's either going to dissolve or attack Otis or dissolve and attack Zayn again.
Yep.
And then Otis is going to fucking attack him.
So either way, I think the Alpha Academy is nearing its end. Because right now it's on life support, but I think that stable's gonna be nearing the end here.
Yeah.
With the story that they're telling, which is intriguing, by the way.
Yeah, but they didn't have Tozawa there. So I'm like, well, it's the Alpha Academy, but where's Tozawa?
I guess he couldn't make the flight to Scotland for some reason. I don't know. And then the next match, we had all these there was 5 matches on the card. All of them were championship matches here. The next match was
also, to go back to that woman. I have to say this. I agree with Michael Cole. Maxine should not have been there with the boot on her foot like that.
It's like, yeah, but it adds more intrigue to the story, I guess.
Yeah, but he should have forced her to do that.
Yep. And then we moving on to the women's championship match, which saw Piper Niven accompanied by Chelsea Green, your favorite female wrestler.
No.
And she was challenging Bayley for the women's championship.
Yep.
Bayley, this was a fight for Bayley, okay? Especially when most of the crowd was on Piper Niven's side here.
Yeah, well, the crowd was also hyped up because they had already had Isla Dawn and Alba Fire win.
Exactly.
Which are 2 hometown girls to Glasgow, yep. Scotland.
Yep. So this match freaking Niven kind of dominated most of a good majority of it, even countering Bayley's finisher several occasions.
Yeah.
I think she countered all of them, all the finisher attempts by Bayley, to be honest.
Yeah.
And then Bayley tried to be like the underdog fighting back, which gave it that David versus Goliath feel, you know what I mean? Chelsea Green tried to interfere and even got ejected from ringside.
Yeah.
Only to return wearing a freaking knockoff Rey Mysterio mask, like, oh yeah, like that's not obvious who it is. I'm like, well, first of all, you only put a mask on your head. You didn't change your attire or nothing. Or even hide your hair. Just everyone knew it was her, Chelsea Green, obviously.
Yeah. Well, at least she didn't come out as Los Conquistadores.
Imagine if she came out wearing a Los Conquistadores outfit. You'd be having a field day with that one, wouldn't you? I'd be like, son of a bitch. It's like they knew we reviewed that show.
Yes. Yeah. I'm like, wait, did Edge and Christian say hold my nuts?
Jesus Christ. Speaking of nuts, we'll get that one. We'll get to that one later. But anyway, at the end of this, like, almost one-sided beatdown with Niven, it all ended when Bayley did a huge crucifix pin on the freaking Niven, which I for a minute thought was a Samoan drop attempt by Niven, but Bayley got the 3 count barely.
Well, the thing is that she was going for the crucifix bomb.
Yeah.
But got caught. Niven was going to do the Samoan drop, but right when she was in mid-move, Bayley just did herself just right and still did the crucifix bomb leverage pin.
Yeah, and Bayley barely won this match or fight, whatever you want to call it. But it could have gone either way, honestly.
Yes.
I mean, hell, even if Piper Niven did win the women's championship here, I wouldn't have had a problem with it.
Yeah.
But, Bayley's still champion. She retained. And, it wasn't a definitive, like, oh, I beat you with my finisher type finish. It was I got lucky and pinned you.
Yeah,
at the last second.
She also has to figure out how to deal with the queen of the ring as well.
Yeah. We all know Nia Jax can be is a bigger opponent.
Yes.
But,
if she still has the title by then.
Would you be down to see another Bayley versus Piper Niven rematch? I probably would be. I think it'd be interesting. I liked how those two told the David versus Goliath story.
Well, like I said, if Niven didn't slip on the banana peel,
she'd probably be
she
champion.
would have got the pin.
Yeah, she'd probably be champion right now.
Well, guys, it's a figurative banana peel.
Yeah, it was a banana peel left there by Los Conquistadors. Anyway, it goes back to that. I swear, that's going to be a meme now.
So it was the yellow sperm man's banana?
What the fuck? Yes, this is going to be a meme going forward, I see, for a little bit.
So they had a spermy banana?
Yep. Spermy banana. What the hell's wrong with you?
Hey, when I fucking make a joke, I make a joke. It doesn't matter if it's bad or not.
Yeah. But anyway, which after all that brings us to our main event, where we have your boy from the Judgment Day, Damian Priest, defending the World Championship against Scotland's own Drew McIntyre.
Now, how many times do I have to say this? You are the fan of the bum-ass Judgment Day.
Oh, and speaking of the Judgment Day, every other member of the Judgment Day were banned from ringside for this match. Which...
Yeah, but that still didn't help.
Which in the world of kayfabe really meant nothing, but you know what? We'll get to it and get to it. It wasn't a Judgment Day member that interfered.
No.
But we'll get to that when we get to that. Before the ref bump, it's like Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest were literally just going back and forth with each other.
It was funny as hell that Damian Priest tried to hit fucking Drew McIntyre when he was on the ring apron, and then he got his foot caught. Oh
yeah, the foot caught in the ropes. Where have we seen that before in one of these reviews? I'm like, I looked down, that spot looks familiar. Didn't we just see that same spot in one of our reviews a few weeks back?
Yes.
Yep, but anyway. And I did like how Damian Priest actually hit the Razor's Edge onto McIntyre and got a 2 count.
Yeah.
Then we go on for the South of Hell choke slam. Drew McIntyre kicked out of that the first time. And of course, there had to be... And after this...
It's called the South of Heaven.
Or South of Heaven, whatever. Whatever, you know it's the choke slam that Priest uses. We all know. It's pretty much that's what the move is.
Yes.
And then McIntyre was going for the Claymore kick. It got blocked, reversed. There was a ref bump, and here's where things get interesting.
It got reversed into a power bomb, and then he hit him with it the second time.
Yep. Yeah, and then at some point, McIntyre hit Damian Priest with the Claymore kick. Damian Priest was down and out. I mean, hell, Drew McIntyre had him covered for at least a 10 count. And if the referee was
counting to 10.
And if the referee was awake, McIntyre would be the champion right now. But then we seen another referee. And then when this referee came down, all we seen was the back of him counting 1, 2. And then he just stops and just looks at McIntyre. And I'm just like, wait a minute. Something's fishy here. And then right when it cut to who it was, I'm like, oh shit. Yep, CM Punk interfered.
Yep.
And pretty much refused to count the 3, and besides, CM Punk's not even a real referee.
Well, CM Punk freaking said that he lifted up his shoulder when she did not. He was out fucking cold.
And then McIntyre, enraged, because in storyline that's his enemy, went to attack CM Punk, had him up in the corner, just probably about to do something.
Hit for the field goal.
Yep, and CM Punk hit him and then CM Punk then low blowed McIntyre right in his nuts. He's gonna need someone to McIntyre's gonna need a bowl for someone to hold. Hold his nuts now.
Not my joke. Justin, now my jokes are contagious.
Yes. Yes. But then afterwards, Damian Priest hit the South of Heaven chokeslam, and the referee was conveniently revived that point and counted the 1, 2, and the 3, and Damian Priest is still world champion.
Yep.
And you know this, that,
Shut up!
and you know this is going to further the rivalry between Punk and McIntyre, knowing that Punk just screwed McIntyre out of the championship, not once but twice.
Which he's going to enrage him on Monday, which is probably going to end up in a fucking brawl.
Yes. So, yeah, that was Clash of the Castle. Not fully in-depth detail, but we just give our statements and our freaking thoughts. So,
if you guys wanted a full in-depth detail, let us know next time. It'll be a lot longer video, and you guys will probably have to suffer through it.
It's like, yeah, you know, you can find other channels for that. We just state what we think is good. Spots that stood out to us.
Yes.
Man, it's all good. I mean, hell, even for the retro reviews, we don't go into full detail. But anyway, Cody Rhodes defeating AJ Styles in the I Quit match to retain the championship. I would give that about 4 3/4 stars out of 5.
I'd give it a 4.5.
The only reason it's not a 5-star for me is because of the whole AJ Styles just stalling and the whole Cody Rhodes' mom at ringside. I could have done without that, but I understand why they did that for the story.
Yeah.
That's just nitpicky.
Yeah.
It's like Alba Fire and Isla Dawn defeating Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair and Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark in the triple threat match for the women's tag belts. I'd give it about a 3.5.
3.25. It was funny as hell because they fucking used each other's fucking signature shit that they do right when they entered the ring. Freaking Zoe used Shayna's thing where she does the ace of whatever, and fucking Shayna did her Zoe's thing that she normally does when she goes to the ring.
Sami Zayn defeating Chad Gable to retain the Intercontinental Championship.
3.5.
I'd say 3.5 out of 5. No, I would have given it 4 stars had Otis freaking snapped and turned on Gable right there at the end and just beat the high crap out of him. But
that'd be funny to tell.
But they're probably saving that for an episode of Raw or something.
Most likely.
It's like Bayley defeating Piper Niven to retain the women's championship. I give about 3.25.
I'd give it a 3.
Yep. Out of 5, yep. And of course, the main event with Damian Priest defeating Drew McIntyre with the Judgment Day banned from ringside, which no other Judgment Day member interfered. CM Punk did. And he's not a Judgment Day member, so technically the rules weren't broken. I would give, just for the brawl alone and the unpredictability, especially with Punk's like interference, further regressing that storyline, I give about 4.5.
I'd give him 5.
Yep. So overall, my grade for Clash of the Castle Scotland or Clash of the Castle 2024, whatever you want to call it, I would give it like a high B grade.
B.
Yep.
Could have been better.
Could have been better, but it could have been worse.
Yeah.
It always could have been worse. So yeah, they told the stories they needed to tell, heading towards
like King of the Ring 95.
Yeah, they told them. Ugh, God, no. God damn it, we got to review that one of these days, and that way we can just quit fucking saying it. But anyway, that was our thoughts about Clash at the Castle 2024. And, yeah. And don't forget, our next pay-per-view review will be the classic pay-per-view review. It was Judgment Day 2002.
Judgment Day 2002.
Yeah, it's a 2002 Judgment Day. That's our next pay-per-view review, Classic 1.
Because we're going to see one bald-headed son of a bitch.
Forget the bald-headed son of a bitch. You're excited to see Mutton Chop Man again.
Nope.
That
That's you.
ain't me. That's all you, boy.
Nope. Just like you like those conquistadoras.
No.
Yes.
Anyway, I hope you enjoyed our little review of Clash of the Castle 2024, and we will see you all in the next one. Peace.
Remember, look at his videos on YouTube at www.d2centimeter/bum-ass Judgment Day.
Yes, and don't forget to look at freaking Riptid's Twitch account called www.twitch.com/riptidespornstashman.com. You gonna make fun of me, I make fun of you, motherfucker.
Yeah, but mine's more hilarious.
Yeah. But anyway, this has been our review, and we will see you in the next one. Peace.
Doses.